How many people have you seen that will come out and say, yes, I'm a homosexual? It's not possible. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uche, and if this is your first time here, you are highly welcome. Please do well to click on the subscribe button below and turn on your post notifications so you get informed whenever I post a new video. As we all know, this channel is dedicated to reading African literature and showcasing books by African authors. So that's what I'm committed to doing on this channel. So for this video, I will be talking about the book Lessons, yes, by Chukwuebuka Ibeh. It was published in 2024 by Ibeh Books. The way that publishing house just churns out books, the book covers, it's giving. Like, I'm always on that page, I'm always checking out that page. It's a reader's delight. That page, they're doing a whole lot of good work there. It's a reader's delight, and I just love that page. All right, so they published this book, and this book is by Chukwuebuka Ibeh. As I've said, Chukwuebuka Ibeh is a very young writer. So in the month of March, I think on the 9th of March, I had the opportunity of attending his book reading at Lekki Phase 1, Lagos State, and that was where I purchased this book. And guys, let's just take a little while to appreciate the book cover. Look at, very straight to the point. All right, so this book tells the story of Ibeh. It is written in several parts, but it's told in the voice of Ibeh, who happens to be the main character, and his mother, Uzoamaka. So Ibeh falls in love with someone of his gender at a young age, and this person happens to be the apprentice that had been brought by his father from the village to stay with them. So if you're an African, or if you're in Nigeria specifically, let me talk about somewhere that I know. Most times, especially for Igbo people, I'm not sure I can pick out an Igbo person that didn't have a relative or an apprentice live with them at different points in their life. Me, I've never lived alone. We've always had relatives stay with us from the mom's side, from the dad's side. So it's very, very rare. It's a rare occurrence to be in a Nigerian home and not have relatives living with you at one point or the other. But in this case, it was apprentice. So for Igbo businessmen, they usually have their apprentices live with them. Yeah, this apprentice happened to be a boy. A boy was brought to Port Harcourt to learn a trade. And one thing that the author just wanted to do, most books that we read, most books written by Nigerians, majority of them are set in Lagos. But this time around, the book was not set in Lagos. It was set in South and Southeast. So it was set in both Port Harcourt and Owerri, and it looks at different points in Ibeh's life, from his childhood up to when he was at the university. And it just happens that Ibeh's father sees Ibeh, his son, and this apprentice, a boy, in a compromising situation. And I must have imagined the shock, the things that must have been going through his father's mind, running through his head at that point. So as punishment, or I don't know if I'll call it punishment, but looking at it from the dad's side, maybe as a cure to this, he then sent his son off to boarding school, a boys only school. You can recognize it fully, right? Yeah, so he sent Ibeh to a boys only school far away, because of course, what Ibeh was doing must have been so disgusting. Like, he just wanted to purge Ibeh of liking his fellow gender or something like that. So the thing is that Ibeh had always been different. Okay, the characters in that book, maybe they might see him as different, especially his dad. Maybe they really saw him as different, but to me, I just felt like he was just a normal kid, a child that liked to dance. A child goes to kids' parties, dances, wins prizes, and the next thing you do is to slap him. And I felt like the father was such a tough nut to crack. Like he just didn't want to accept it, and that is understandable. That is fine because given the society that we are in, given the Nigerian society, given the African society, homosexuality, being different is something that is not acceptable in the society. I'm saying it as it is. Oh. I'm just saying it as it is. I'm just giving you as it is. It's just something that is just there. Like they don't need to write it down in a book. Everybody just knows from the top of your head. Yeah, you see, maybe you see someone that is being rumored to be a homosexual or someone that is acting different, and you're just saying, there's this look of disgust in your face, and like, come on. The Nigerian society or the African society doesn't forgive you for being different. Why can't you just act the way a woman acts? Why can't you just act the way a man acts? So there's these boxes, there's these stereotypes that everything is given and everybody is expected to just blend in, conform to it. Obiefuna goes to secondary school as an SS1 student. He goes to a boys only secondary school, and there we see school life. You see this particular part there, I really enjoyed reading it because I went to an all-girls secondary school, and so many of the things that this author talked about in this book, I could relate. Yes, I could relate in 100 ways than one. So I could really relate to it. And we see how Obiefuna tries to blend in school, how he tries to get accustomed to his new environment. And we see the hypocrisy, especially with their chaplain, how he would come and preach against homosexuality. Meanwhile, he has an issue with masturbation. So we see these stories, and I just expected that this homosexuality thing was going to come up, especially when Obiefuna starts to like someone else. Oh, and we get to see Senior Papilo. So I just couldn't understand Senior Papilo's character, because at the point I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's bringing Obiefuna close to him because he wants something out from it. But we just get to see that, okay, he wasn't gay. Senior Papilo wasn't gay. He was just this. It was just a boy being a boy. At the point where I was reading about Senior Papilo's character, I had to ask a general question to all my friends on WhatsApp. Like, why is it so hard for like guys? I know ladies, I went to a girls' only school, so I'm still going to go to that part. Why is it so hard for guys to just open their mouth and say, I like you? Like, just drop it out there. There's just a whole lot of, they just like to just be, most guys, like 90% of them, we've heard stories about what happens in boarding schools. Like they just want to be so macho about it. And I specifically asked a friend of mine who went to a boys only school to be like, it's just how it is now. They just be so macho about them, and that was the case with this Senior Papilo. Okay, you like this guy, he's a new student. Oh, okay, you want him to be your school son. Why punish him and put him through hell? Just because you want to bring him closer to you. Like if you're showing somebody pepper, the person is going to run away from you now. So in the girls' school, it's like that, but I think it's more in boys' school because of how masculine everybody is supposed to be. But we've seen something like that in girls' schools. Just punish you in process of telling you sorry. Say, oh, yeah, come and be my school daughter. You dey craze. You dey craze. I'm not agree. We get introduced to this character Sparrow, and it just happens to be Obiefuna's love interest in this book. Sparrow is a classmate of his, and they get ousted when they were kissing under the stairs one other time, and it just happens that Obiefuna escapes, but he lives in this constant fear of being exposed. So it's just crazy what happened there. It was really, really sad. I don't know. The truth is that in the Nigerian society, in the African society, like going by what is happening now, I don't know. There's no future for homosexuals because they always have to live in constant fear. They always have to be hidden. How many people have you seen that will come out and say, yes, I'm a homosexual? It's not possible. You can do that outside the country. You can do that in the white man's land. But here in Africa, here in Nigeria, it's something that is really, really frowned on. Like you could lose your life. It's how bad it is. I mean, in 2014, Goodluck Jonathan passed it into law. and it's 14 years for anybody that is caught like as a homosexual or something like that. Although I've not heard of any convictions though, but you do not want to be a scapegoat. You just do not want to be a scapegoat. But Obiefuna did have a younger brother who was more conforming in what a boy should be or what a man should be. He loved football. Obiefuna couldn't play football, so he was more masculine, and there was something to compare and contrast Obiefuna's character with his younger brother Ekene. Oh, Ekene is like this, but you're not like this. You're behaving like a woman, something like that. So Obiefuna progresses into the university, and before then, there was something that happened towards their last day in the secondary school. There's this particular character, Festus, that was Obiefuna's classmate, and the rumors were true that Festus liked boys, and I just like how unapologetic Festus was. I love that character. He was very unapologetic. Like he was more accepting of who he was, but Obiefuna did not want to accept it. Like because you will not blame Obiefuna for not accepting that he was a homosexual because of how dirty homosexuality seemed to be, how evil it is. So when you have people around you saying things about homosexuality, if you now open your mouth, your friend has told you that hey, God will punish homosexuals, they are going to hellfire. You want to open that your mouth to tell your friend that it's as if I like boys. It's not possible now. So I really, really understood Obiefuna. But Felix, I loved Felix. I really love Felix. And what they did to him in their last day in school was terrible. And it was at that point there was a confrontation between Felix and Obiefuna. Felix knows Obiefuna's true form. Felix knows, although he's not going to tell anybody or going to, this person is gay. He wouldn't do that. But Felix knew, and he was just like shocked that Obiefuna was, joining hands to do something to someone that is like you. That's the same way your friends are going to turn on you when your secret is out. So Obiefuna goes into the university. He moves away from home, away from his father. So the relationship that Obiefuna has with his father is very strained, and it was really, really pitiful to read because this is a family that is supposed to be a beautiful one. But once the child's sexuality was brought in, there were just cracks. And Obiefuna's mom, Uzamaka, is a very important person in Obiefuna's life, and she knows that her son is different, but she's more accepting, she's more willing, she encourages him, she loves him anyways. Like the love Obiefuna's mom, Uzamaka, has for her son Obiefuna is unconditional, and that's what a mother's love is supposed to be. Whatever you are, whether you're bad, you're good, you're whatever, mothers will just accept you like that. What will they do? They can't throw you away. You had their child, they gave birth to you. And even at the point where it gets strained, when he moves to boarding school, it was just sad. So moving on, Obiefuna goes into the university and he meets someone else. Like the major person that he meets is Miebi. They start this relationship. Maybe he's not a student, maybe he's like he's working class, and kind of Obiefuna spends most of his time in Miebi's house, kind of like a living relationship, kind of. He had to even move out from the school hostel at a point to stay with his lover Miebi, and it is at this point that it becomes more glaring, the shaky situation that they're in. There's no future for this love. Yes, they love each other so much, Miebi and Obiefuna. They love each other so much, but there really is no future for them in the African society, unless they're going to leave the country, unless they're going to leave Africa as a whole and maybe move to Europe or America or any of these countries. Yes, then there's a hope for them. But in Africa, in Nigeria, that relationship will not thrive unless they have to keep living a secret. And what kind of life is it when you have to keep living in secret, you're in hiding, you can't fully showcase who you love and whatnot? And it's just sad, because the crazy thing about it, that the ripple effect of all these things is that you see homosexual men getting married to women. So either ways, everybody is going to suffer from it. Homosexual men get married to women just because of the pressure that they get from their various families, from their individual families, and they still go out to cheat on their wives with their fellow men. So you as a woman, just think of it. You have a partner that is cheating on you, not with your fellow woman, but with his fellow man. Like, where do you want to start competing from? Like, how do you even want to do? So that's just the ripple effect. That's just the consequences of this hide that everybody's doing. So now, the thing is, when it comes to addressing the hate against homosexuals, the truth is that, the honest truth though, is that the society that we live in, I'm going to start from the Nigerian society because I've only been in Nigeria. I've not been outside Nigeria ever. So the society that we live in, this Nigerian society, frowns greatly at homosexuality. They don't use their ears to hear it. Don't tell me anything about homosexuality. So it is even taught in the doctrines, like in the church doctrines, homosexuality is a sin. That's how it's seen. So even if you're not going to come from the religious aspect, but just from the, from your society, your immediate environment, it's seen as a sin. So for me, I just feel like the more books I'm exposed to, the more I expose myself to books like this. I didn't used to be so maybe accepting of homosexuality, but when the stories are told in this way, I mean, so far you're not causing harm to anybody. I just feel like people should live and let live. So far the person is not hurting you, the person is just living his life or her life. Just live and let live. I know I've said this thing in Chinelo Baranta's book, Under the Udala Trees, and that book was talking about a lesbian relationship. And I threw this question out and I was getting different comments. Some people will say, oh, that they don't like the way gay people are so flamboyant, like, they want to shove it down people's throats about homosexuality. Sometimes homosexuality is classified as black, just like there's a black movement. I beg, please, it's okay, please. What I just would not accept is when you cause harm to someone else just because of their sexual orientation. It's okay. Like, I really do not get what the whole fuss is all about. Yes, be your gay be there, do your thing in peace, be your gay person, but just one other wing is saying they don't have any issues with gay people. Don't put it in my face. Like, stay on your own lane. The same way I'm minding my own business. Just mind your business. Like, whatever you want to do with your body, it's nobody's concern. And no problem. Something that I've known so far, like something that I've come to realize, is that there are two kinds of people that hate gay people. The first kind of people are those ones that are gay themselves. Like, deep down, they know that they're attracted to people of their gender, of the same gender with them, but they're fighting it. And I feel like somehow Obiefuna, it falls in this category. I feel like Obiefuna falls in this category, but we see character development with Obiefuna. We see how things change for him and everything, but I feel like he falls in this category. Then the second category of people who hate gay people are those ones who just hate them because of their societal beliefs, because of their religious beliefs or whatnot. So those are the two categories. I don't know if there are more categories, but if there are, please let me know in the comment section below. But I feel like any other category is going to be subset of these two categories that I've mentioned. So yes, that's it about this book. For the writing style, I really like the writing style. Like, it's very easy to read. This book is really easy to read. I really like this book. It just feels like Obiefuna goes through every page in this book, every development that he underwent in this book craving acceptance, looking for where he will be accepted, looking for love everywhere. And it really, really is sad. It's sad that someone has to live this way. And even at the end, I don't know how the end had me feeling melancholic, because I know the author signed this book. Yeah, I met the author too. Yeah, so the author signed this book. No, I don't have a picture with the author because I was too shy to ask the author for a picture. But the author signed this book and he said, "To Uche, I hope this novel speaks to you and brings you joy." Then in brackets, even though it is occasionally sad. Well, to answer the author, I've completed the book, but this book does not bring me joy. Like, it doesn't give me this glowing joy, because the issues that are inherent in this book, they still exist. And the way I'm seeing it, I don't think it's going to subside, or I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. So it just, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. You want to ask, oh, do I support gay people? Or I'm indifferent, actually. I'm indifferent, just as I'm indifferent about the next person's love life. It's not my concern. It really is not my business. Like, I just strongly believe, and what I feel is that everybody should have a freedom to live. There's freedom to life. However one deems it fit to live his or her life is their own concern. And I'll end with saying, live and let live. In the popular musician's words, Oliver De Cope, Biri can biri, live and let live. Do I recommend this book? Yes, I really recommend this book. I feel this book is another book that gives me deep introspection of what the homosexual's life is like, and it helps you have more empathy. It helps you, empathize with their situation, and just be more accepting. Like, yes, I know, as a Christian, I'm a Catholic. Oh, it's wrong for you to do this, but it's still the same God that says, "Thou shalt not kill." So, for you to want to harm somebody just because of their sexual orientation is wrong. I really like this book. It's a very nice read. Seeing that the author is so young, he's such a young man. I think he's about 22 years or so at that age, and someone has accomplished this. That's a huge feat, and I really cannot wait to read more from this author. This book it's an amazing debut. Honestly, it really is an amazing debut, and kudos to the author. I really hope to read more from you, and that's just it. Should you read this book? Of course you should read it. I'm highly recommending it. You should read this book. This book is written in like 3 parts. The first part is Obiefuna's childhood, then the second part was when he was in secondary school, then the third part was when he was in university, like post-secondary school. And Obiefuna did try to see if he could like a woman, but it just wasn't working. Even when the most beautiful girl had her sights on him, like set her sights on him, he just couldn't feel it. Like, he just could not help it. He's not attracted to women. I just feel like, I don't know what causes it. I don't know. We've been made to believe that, oh, it's just the way that they are, it's the way that they are born, and no problem, no issues. Make nobody stress me. Oh, it's okay. Just live your life. Just enjoy yourself. This life is too short. Just enjoy yourself. So that's just it about this book. Let me know. It's available in any of your favorite bookstores. I buy most of my books from Rubin Heights, and okay, this particular one I bought it at Book Nook. So that's the first time I'm visiting that bookstore. So if you're in Lagos, if you're on the island, Lekki Phase 1, I'll leave the links to these bookstores available in Lagos in my description box. So please check the description box. Then you click on the link and it directs you to their page, and you can purchase your book there. If you eventually get to buy this book and read this book, please come to the comment section. Let's gist about it. I feel like there are so many conversations to be had about this book and homosexuality in Nigeria, in the African sphere. entirely. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you made it up to here, you are the real MVP. Please do well to click on the subscribe button. I need my subscribers to increase, so click on the subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment, let's talk. Then share with your friends, share with your family, and I'll be seeing you in my very next video. Definitely. Bye guys.